Hello, everyone, and welcome to Task Force Unlikely, episode 17, Along the Way.
Nope. Wrong show.
Star Chasers.
Star Chasers. We were just talking about Task Force Unlikely. I'm sorry. Star Chasers. Oh, I'm making such a good first impression. Star Chasers, episode 17, Along the Way. Task Force Unlikely is our other show, which you should also check out.
You should absolutely.
Okay.
Yes.
Thus far on Jesus Christ, on the new name of this show, Task Force Unlikely Junior.
Is Task Force? Wait a minute.
Task Force Unlikely Knights.
There we go.
Yes.
Ooh.
Space Edition.
Yes.
TFU Rock a Brawl.
It's always night in space.
Yeah. Thus far, the Star Chasers have, for one reason or another, left their homes for a life amongst the stars. They have encountered friend and foe, and most recently, relieved the captain of their ship, Alvar, from his debt to the Neogi. Terrible spider slavers and one of the scourges of known space. That task complete, they have decided to pursue their next goal, which will lead them to hero space. And our heroes are Storm of Stars, played by Timothy, a Tabaxi College of Lore bard. The legendary Storm of Stars has been many places and seen many things, but above all else, he goes where there is adventure and a story. And he has received recently visions of a Tabaxi supremacy cult called the Kingdom of Cats. Marley is a Shadar-kai or Dusk Elf Circle of Shepherd Druid. Originally from the Shadowfell, Marley never felt she fit in, so she fled to the Feywild. Lots of F's in that sentence. Before entering wild space. She is currently searching for an artifact called the Blood Crystal Raven Skull for the Raven Queen. And down there we have the Hester, also known as Lily Rose Stronghearts, also known as Lil Crumpet, a halfling diviner wizard and diceomancer, an academic by trade and passion. She has been forced to the stars by the disappearance of her mother. So, you all have been leaving Amonkhet and pushing towards the edge of mana space for several hours now. So, it's been enough time that you all have had a long rest. You've relieved the interns. They're taking their long rest. And you're all still... This is really kind of the first long passage you've spent on your new ship. So you're getting used to its new idiosyncrasies and its new comforts. It is a lot more comfortable and open and clean than the last ship was. Warminster, the first mate, is continuing to first mate about telling Knifey to clean things that don't necessarily need to be cleaned yet, but he doesn't know what else to occupy Knifey's time with. Knifey's telling war stories about how many spider slavers he fought off in the last fight. 50 of them, sir. 50.
It was not 50.
If there was 2, there was 50.
The most damage you did to Storm of Stars.
I helped master stars.
Didn't you get poisoned? And
It was all blurred
Yeah.
after I got poisoned.
The poison would probably make 2 look like 50.
You know what? That makes a lot of sense.
Getting woozy, right?
And I remember lying on the ground.
Yeah. Your grandma was there, you remember?
Oh, my grandma was there.
Yeah.
Basty, I believe.
Grandma Basty. Grandma Basty.
Bless her heart.
She's not dead.
But she was there anyway.
Okay, so what are the three of you doing around the ship? If the answer is putting your head on something cool, I mean, that is perfectly acceptable. You're on a terrible desert planet.
Well, I believe that we left off last episode with me having a terrible nightmare.
You did.
So, would probably be going to Minerva and now updating the search of dragons to, hey, are there any dragons of impenetrable darkness?
She, Minerva, being a space owl, furrows her big owly face at you. And she says, there are shadow dragons, but they typically look like dragons covered in shadow, not dragons made of shadow.
Yeah, this one is more of like a dragon made of shadow. Made of... It was described to me as impenetrable darkness, and I really feel like that fits.
She starts flipping through a book. And she says, like that? The answer to that is no, not like that.
No. Like a lot darker.
Well, that's a shat.
Shadow dragons are pretty dark. What?
She shows you a picture of a black dragon, like.
We gotta go deeper. Gotta go darker still. I'm sorry, ma'am. You have me a bit at a loss, and I am not used to that. I will do some research, but if it is not a shadow dragon, I don't know. Perhaps an illusion? That would make sense. I don't know. It was in my dream. Does that help?
Well, I didn't realize we were at the point in our friendship where we were telling each other our dreams. I'm afraid it doesn't. Perhaps. Oh. I wish I could help. Your friends, pointing at Storm and Hester, are both learned. Maybe they know more.
Perhaps your brain made it up while you were asleep.
What did you have to eat before you went to bed? There's more of gravy than the grave of this.
Like it. Nice.
Very nice.
Plays tricks on the mind. A bit of undigested mustard. I'll keep
Yes, no. Did feel very Dickensian.
Totally.
Well,
Does she have little fingerless gloves on the tips of her wings?
Go blimey. It's just an honest chimney sweep.
well, I guess if you find anything,
Of course, I will. I will do research. It sounds notable. I can't imagine if there are records of it, they will be difficult to find.
You might want to look under like really rude dragons.
Terribly rude. I'll add that to the search. I'll add that tag.
Yeah.
Terribly rude, impenetrable darkness. Fingerless gloves. Dickensian hobo. You got it.
Thanks, Minnie.
Talons. Finger talons.
So yeah, what's everybody else doing?
Storm's up in the... We have a crow's nest?
You do have a crow's nest, yes.
Yeah, he's been sort of kitting that up for his little special hangout spot.
Okay.
So he's got like, stashes some catnip up there and a little comfy thing to sort of turn around on
Mhm.
and lay down on. And yeah, a couple books just up in there. So that's where he long rested. So if Marley is looking for Storm, his tail is like sticking out of the cup of the crow's nest. You can see that he's up there. If you want to ask him about your dream or talk to him about it. Otherwise, he's sort of looking up at everything as it moves by. He's just sort of thinking about what happened, recently, pre-rest, with the dragon and Alvar and all that, and the Nyogi. And yeah, he's just sort of checking out the flow as it flows, as we flow through it. Or I guess we're not in the flow strictly yet, but
Not quite, but you are very close.
yeah.
I think
So-
that Marley's thought process would be well, Hester went to university, so she's real smart, but she also doesn't believe in dragons. So if I ask her about dragons, she's just going to say that I'm making it up or it's in my head. So maybe Storm will be better to ask about that.
I would have given Hester disadvantage on a check for it. but not just for that reason. There is another reason why.
No, Hester is in a robe with a towel on her head, wet setting her hair. We probably don't have enough seating yet because we haven't really furnished our vehicle. So I'm probably at a stool by the little food bar. And we didn't have the ingredients for mimosa, so I'm having a whiskey while I hummus my feet.
Oh, in public.
I thought you said hummus at first.
No, that's strange. I will bother to hail, but what do you want? What do you want about, Marley? Good morning.
Oh, good morning, Hester. It's just a dream I had.
Oh yes.
Kind of like an update to the last one that I had about the big scary red dragon.
Oh yes.
Well, now he was a dragon of impenetrable darkness, and I asked Minerva about it, but she didn't know anything about dragons of impenetrable darkness, and just kind of thought that I was talking about a shadow dragon, which it definitely wasn't a shadow dragon, or like a black dragon, and yeah, it was also really kind of rude to me in my dream. So yeah, I was gonna go and ask Storm about it, unless you've heard about any kind of thing like that before.
Tiamat is the dragon of shadows. Yes, of course.
Is it of impenetrable darkness, though?
Well, I don't know that I've ever heard a first-hand account, dear. It's just an evil dragon devil figure that fights Bahamut through time. I would like to roll at disadvantage, though.
Sure. Oh, yeah, a religion check
Yes.
at disadvantage.
For me, it is religion. Oh, and also remind me to roll my 2 3s. That's very appropriate. Dear, is that Storm I hear? Yes, I'm certain.
Also, Tiamat has 5 heads. You definitely know that.
Yes, but I barely believe that.
Right, but I'm saying, but I was sorry.
Yes.
If
no.
Marley did not say that they
Marley.
have 5 heads, it's probably not Tiamat. Nailed it.
Yes. I, of course, think it's all nonsense. So, dear, I think yesterday we fought some poor creature someone stapled wings on and made up to be a dragon, and I think it's probably just haunting your dreams. But,
Yeah,
should you like to have a religious debate? I think Storm is probably your man, for certain.
Yeah, that's what Minerva said too. Is that I was probably just having a weird dream, but I don't know. It felt like the last one, and he kind of addressed me personally.
Are your people prone to prophecy?
Yeah, the Raven Queen being the goddess of fate, Shadar-kai are often blessed with prophetic dreams. Or cursed.
Yes.
Well, there you go. Perhaps the dragon is a metaphor. I'm terribly sorry, dear. I am not the person for dragon talk.
Be a good name for a show.
But I do wish you luck, and of course I'll be there for whatever actions there are there for the taking. Until then, I am treating myself.
Okay, well, thank you, Hester, and have fun treating yourself. I'm gonna go ask Storm. Maybe he knows. He's like a lore person. He knows a lot of things about stuff.
All kinds of fictions.
Cool. Glad everybody thinks I'm making this up. See ya.
Well, okay, bye. Also, real quick, I'm going to bank 2 rolls.
Oh, yes, please.
A 17 and a 12.
Oh, yeah, solid.
Quite good.
Super great.
Okay.
Okay, so use them for successes this time.
Marley, how would you like to approach Storm of Stars?
So I see his tail like dangling from the crow's nest, right?
Flipping.
How far
Little
up
bit.
is the crow's nest from wherever I would be?
Let's see. Uh, 20 feet.
Oh, okay. So it's within like yelling distance.
Oh, yes, for sure, yeah.
Okay, then I'd probably just like yell up to him like, "Hey, Storm, are you up there?"
You're gonna Brooklyn doorbell me? Okay. I poke over the side. Good morning.
Morning.
How
Can I
may
come up?
I be of service? Can you what?
Can I come up there? Is there enough room for me up there also?
I believe so. Yes. Come.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I'll.
It wouldn't be comfortable for a long period of time, but for a conversation, certainly.
We could stand and talk and look out.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Okay. I'll shimmy my way up there.
One of those things where if you had, like, watch duty together, by the end of hour 2, you'd be on each other's nerves. You're just too close to me.
I need
Stake
my personal
out.
space.
Yeah. How cops go crazy against each other in cars.
Are you intentionally bumping me with your tail?
So you climb up, Storm helps you up, and yeah, you're up at the top of the crow's nest. You can see the dragonfly's wings are fairly gently beating, and you can see in the distance the planet of Innistrad and the little asteroid moon, and you can tell you are approaching the sphere wall, the exit.
Yeah. So, like, the beating of the wings creates, like, a regular rhythm, and Storm is sort of melodizing over the top of that to himself, sort of, until you guys start talking, really. How can I help you? Good morning.
Morning.
Good day.
So update to the dream that I had. I had another dream last night.
Oh, what happened?
Well, there was a dragon of impenetrable darkness. And it told me to mind my own goddamn business. I believe was the exact quote.
Mm-hmm.
And it called me the emissary of the Raven Queen. And that was about it.
Okay. So, how did you feel when all this was happening?
Not great. I
Uh-huh.
mean,
Were you afraid of this dragon, or were you?
I don't really remember being particularly afraid.
Okay. Did you? I mean, had you seen this dragon before?
Did it feel like the same dragon from the dream before?
No, they did feel like distinct individuals.
Okay. No, it kind of felt different from the dragon from the dream before.
Well. Huh.
Certainly never a dragon that I've met, and I tried to talk to Minerva about it, and then Hester kind of heard me talking to Minerva about it and then asked me about it, and they both kind of just think that I like ate something weird, and it was like the stress of fighting the dragon alligator thing on Amonkhet, and so I thought that maybe you would know something.
Well, I feel like you're giving me a little guidance here with your description of your dream. So I'd like to sort of comb my mind and see if there's anything I know about this.
Religion check, please.
Okay.
Yeah, not just for me.
Nope.
Oh, I did not roll well. I rolled a 6.
Okay. Yeah. So you are thinking.
Oh wait. Plus whatever guidance.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I can give you guidance.
Oh yeah.
So 7.
Oh.
That's a 7.
Okay.
Better numerologically. So
it is lucky.
It is the perfect number.
Yeah, so you cannot place your finger on it. You know that this sounds like a story you have heard before. There's some fable, but you just can't put your finger on it. But you know it certainly has some sort of importance to... It's not a regular dragon. It's not a disguised dragon. It's some kind of figure of draconic folklore, and you just can't remember it.
Okay. So, all right. So, this is tickling my memory. Nothing's really coming specifically to it. It feels something very obscure. I will say that I think we should look for some advice. Maybe we can talk to people, because here's my thought. This may be, we're out in realms we haven't been in before. This dragon may be unique to this realm or realms through which we move. We may want to consult, people of these realms or people with knowledge of these realms. A sage of some kind, perhaps.
Mm-hmm. That's why I tried to ask Minerva about it, but she didn't recall anything.
Well, she may know of a place we can go to get more information or to get more research. That's my thought. Secondly, I just want to say, this felt like a personality coming at you, yes?
I mean, he was rather rude.
Yes, but so why would it reach out to you? Called you the emissary of the Raven Queen? That's true. You are its emissary, right? Yes?
I guess so. I'm looking for stuff for her.
Absolutely. So, for them to reach out to you like this means we must be on to something. I mean, if we weren't close or if we weren't somehow threatening, why would they reach out? Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
So I would suggest that we look into, I can't help us at present. It's not coming to me. But I think that maybe we get our heads together and consult with some of these other people onto where we can get more information on the way. And meantime, maybe shore up the defenses here. Maybe find a way to protect you from being affected through your dreams. Because there is dream magic. Where you can be harmed through your dreams. So we can try and ward you from that sort of thing if you like.
Yeah, that I don't super want a big scary dragon thing, hurting me in my dreams.
No.
That doesn't sound great.
No. Although, elves are different with dreams.
Yeah, I can trance.
So you may be, well, at least, I don't know. We should, at any rate, look into some of this research. You got me spinning about this. I'm gonna start looking through my sources to try and figure this out. But meantime, maybe we talk to Warminster even, or Minerva about. Is there another place we can go? No offense, right? She's doing the best. They're doing the best they can. But that's just my instinct as a researcher. So I'm sorry I can't be of more help. Are you okay?
No,
Do you need a?
Yeah. Oh, no. Thank you, and thanks for not just thinking that I made it up or ate something weird.
Oh, well, come, we know. These things aren't accidents. They happen. We have to acknowledge them. We have to say yes to them. Here's the other thing, and if you are encountering something frightening in your dream, you have to keep your spirits up. You can't succumb to any bad news. You've got to be upbeat and positive. You've got to keep your spirits strong.
All
so
right.
view a threat with confidence and even a lightness. That's what I've heard at any rate. I don't know. Maybe we should go. Maybe let's go. Maybe that Villyana would know something.
She does seem like a person that would know some things.
Right? I mean, plus she's traveled. She may know things that we may not know. She may know something about I mean, maybe it's a dragon of like a deep space or something.
Ooh.
This. I mean, look at this. These places we're going to, and when we travel in the flow, it's astonishing. So,
That's true.
just the things from where we're from, separately, it's staggering enough. But we're encountering more and more things. That's why I have to come up here and just process and just. Anyway, do you want to? Should we go ask Warminster or Alvar might know?
Maybe let's go and try and ask some other people that are from other parts of space.
Mm-hmm. Great. So I'm gonna take your hand into Dimension Door, just down to like the galley where everybody's hanging out, where Hester is having her drink or whatever.
Before you Dimension Door, can I get perception checks with advantage from the folks in the crow's nest?
Oh, sure.
Squid ship on the port bow. That's a 17.
Okay, excellent.
Should I also roll, or just it's those above deck?
You can roll, you just do not get advantage.
Yes, that's fine.
21.
Okay. 17 and a 21.
You see all the space monsters. Or the Egyptian Amun Katish. Maybe the cat goddess is coming to thank us.
I look sadly over at Innistrad, trying to look for Ariel.
What'd you get, Hester?
No, next 7.
Okay. That's okay, because both Marley and Storm see that as you approach the sphere's edge, porting through, coming through one of the sphere portals, you see this very long, thin ship. It's almost like a Viking longboat. It's got a bunch of oars, even a couple sails, and flying prominently is a flag that... what's it look like?
Also, on the port side, a dragon made of pure darkness.
Hey. It is a flag that's blue with an eye crossed with a sword behind it.
An eye crossed with a sword behind it?
Yes.
Does this look familiar?
Not
Possibly?
to folks from the Forgotten Realms now. If you were
Okay.
from Greyhawk,
Straight up and down, or
perhaps.
is it at an angle?
Straight up and down.
Okay.
Can we see people on the ship?
Yes, yeah, you can see there are, it from here, because you're fairly close to it, because you're both towards the sphere's edge. From here, it looks like a very mixed crew. You can see, let's see, a Tabaxi, an elf, a kobold, like that. Yes.
Okay.
What appears to be a giant, a Sahagin lizard man looking person, a centaur, two gnolls, like it's humans and halflings, a dwarf, like it's just a motley crew.
Literally.
Yes.
And where does it look like they're heading towards?
It just well, right now, because they literally just entered the sphere, it could be anywhere.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, what would you like to do, Storm? Would you like to
I'm
still
gonna-
teleport down, or?
Yeah, but this time I'm gonna go to the helm.
Okay.
Since Dimension Door, I know where I'm going. So
Yeah, 'cause you're-
Spamfus there.
Very familiar
Right.
with the ship at this point.
So we're there, and who's driving? Alvar?
Alvar is driving, yes.
Okay. Do you have eyes on that ship, Alvar?
And a note on Alvar driving. Alvar has not let anyone else pilot the ship, and he's been doing it for like 18 hours now. He should let someone else do it, but he has said, I'm fine, every time someone has asked.
Oh, no.
He says, through the little peephole that he kind of opens, and he just wills it open. He says, yeah. It's fine. It's the Seekers, or the Company of the Orb and Sword. They're a bunch of nerds. A bunch of nerds. It's a word Warminster taught me. It's GIF for dump their books or something.
Are they? Huh.
No, they're nice. They're going to ask us to participate in a survey.
Do they know about things?
Yeah, lots. They're
Oh, okay.
from a big planet library. It's called Compendium. It's like literally a library that's a whole planet. It sounds
Okay.
so
We need to
boring.
hail them, please. Can we just hail them?
Oh, you want to participate in their survey?
Yes.
I'll do it. Yes, absolutely.
Opt in. Okay. We'll hail them. Warminster,
Thank
hail them.
Oh no.
Alvar, you need to take a break. How long you've been here? Straight through?
The little window closes and he just says, I'm fine.
At least change your vest.
Never.
It's
buried
getting
in this
crusty
vest.
around the armholes.
It's getting kind of smelly in there.
I don't have prestidigitation yet, so I can't help us.
Warminster goes up on deck, and he and Knifey raise a series of flags that essentially tell the other ship that we're hailing them. And
Really big Warminster, really little knife ear
Yes.
waving like semaphore flags.
Yeah, well, yeah, and they put them up on one of the masts, and then Warminster is, doing.
It's better than putting a post-it note on a rock and catapulting it at them, which is it's more my imagination.
I'll get their attention, shoot a gun at them. But it worked.
They're coming about. They look very excited.
So yeah, the ship pulls up next to you. Warminster comes up and says to Storm, "You want to talk to them?"
Yes, we need some information. We're interested in parlaying for information.
I've just never heard of anyone who wants to talk to the Seekers before.
Why?
What?
Don't
What's
they,
wrong
like,
with them?
know a bunch of stuff?
They just ask so many questions.
Oh, well, I mean, we plan to ask them a lot of questions, so...
Oh, we're going to be here forever.
Look, Warminster, you can fly the ship, yeah?
Yes.
Well, will you give Alvar a break, please?
I will try. Where's my gun?
No, my other gun.
My diplomacy.
Diplomacy gun. I was just about to say. Where's my negotiating pistol?
It's called the Persuader.
He takes a level in healer, and it's like, you don't want to know.
It's all cauterizing all wounds, no matter what the case. Okay.
Common cold, cauterize the nostrils.
Surgeonry.
I don't see the problem.
The height of medical science.
Okay.
Wooden rod and a bandsaw, I always say.
So the ship comes about side to you, and a group of individuals start towards the edge, and planks are dropped, and a couple people come on board. So the giant comes on board.
Wow, what kind of giant?
It is a giant unlike anyone you have ever seen before. But the closest you all would associate it with is a stone giant.
Okay.
It's got those kind of very elongated features of a stone giant. However, it has it doesn't look like it's made of stone as stone giants are. It has a human flesh tone. It's very tan and has like essentially a top knot.
Mm-hmm. Okay. How tall is it?
Let's see. It's actually fairly small for giant kind. It's about 15 feet tall.
Okay. Tall enough.
Mm-hmm. Still
Almost
taller
3
than
times
all
my
of you,
size.
but small
Yeah,
for
yeah.
giant.
Yeah. But more economical to take on a ship, for
Mhm.
sure. And
Let's see. There's the giants. The weird sort of. You all have never seen one before. It's like this. It's like one part lizard folk, one part Sahagin, one part human. Like it's got hair, but it's got big gills and kind of the green blue skin of Sahagin, and it's but very, very much more human looking than a Sahagin is, but a lot of the same kind of features. Marty, are you frozen?
I shouldn't be anymore.
it looks frozen to
You're
me.
frozen, but can you hear it? You can hear us.
Let it go.
Oh. Perhaps not.
Man.
Mm.
Oh.
You're doing so well.
We were.
I resized window and you're unfrozen from me.
Can
You can't hear me?
Oh no, we can hear
Can
you.
hear you
You're
now.
just
We can hear
frozen.
you.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Okay.
Then that's fine.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah, sorry, you froze for me, and then I resized my window, and then you unfroze, but I guess I had not. So it might be on my end. I apologize.
Weird. Yeah, I could try and do that, but sometimes that just makes it worse for me.
Yeah, no, don't mess with it.
okay.
Provided I'm audible.
Yep. Yeah.
Hopefully I'll catch up.
Okay. So yeah, the human lizard folk Sahagin thing, the elf, the Tabaxi, and the kobold all have come on board. So that's
What's their energy like?
Anyone in particular or all of them?
General vibe of the group.
General vibe is solemn.
Oh.
And serious, like self-serious. They all have big reams of paper. The kobold is slightly on fire, but he quickly puts it out. It sort of ranges the group. You would say the giant is the most serious.
Mm-hmm.
And then the kobold is sort of trying to hide like the smile from their face, like they're super excited that someone stopped.
Serious by size.
Yes. It's a gradient scale.
Right. So if we reduce them all, they'll lighten up. Okay. Hello, greetings. Welcome aboard our vessel. I am the legendary Storm of Stars, Tabaxi of Toril, and I welcome you aboard our ship. Who may I have the pleasure of welcoming?
They will say thank you. The human lizard man person introduces himself as Arothus. Pointing to the giant is Erebas. The elf is Litha. The Tabaxi is Daydream at Night. And the kobold is Snock.
What were the elf and the giant's names again?
The giant is Erebas. And the elf is Litha.
Okay.
Some half-elves
And
are being made fun of.
And is this lizardy being amphibious looking?
You would say yes. Yes.
Do they have the classic like bowl water on the head, or are they just in the open air?
They are just in the open air. Their skin looks wet, though, as if perhaps they just recently were submerged in water.
Okay.
But they are in open air.
Right. Healthy fish have a slime coat. In a desert area, they probably would dry up pretty quickly, though. Okay. And who are you? And you said your names. And what is your vessel's name?
The vessel, he says, our ship is the Moray. It is on an information-seeking mission. We are members of the Seekers, also known as the Company of the Orb and Sword on some worlds. We are collecting as much data as we can to store in a great repository of knowledge in a sphere far from here. We have come from our home to see what adventurers will tell us stories, collect oral histories, as well as do archaeological and anthropological studies on the planets and planetoids and humanoids that we find.
Well, we'd love to share information with you. We have actually some questions that have come to mind that we've been wanting to find some answers to. So it is indeed most fortuitous that you and us have encountered each other.
Yes,
We
information
can tell you of
for information.
Recent events here.
Yes, information for information is our best deal. That is what we like to hear most.
Well, if we can the giant fit inside our ship? Like in?
Yes, it can fit anywhere that Princess Friendship can fit, because Princess Friendship's maybe half the size, maybe a little more than half.
Like 8 feet?
Yeah, I think Princess Friendship's like 8-9 feet.
I see most of the central area being quite large.
It's big. He will have to sit and kneel, but he can fit.
Okay.
Because I was going to invite them into our lounge, and we could food and,
They kind of look around like, is this a trap? Are you
Usually someone slammed the door on us by now.
pirates? Or they just seem a little suspicious.
Oh, we can remain on deck in the open air.
What? No, it sounds lovely. It's just, yes, usually they slam a door in our face. They build a door to slam in our face.
Well,
That's really rude of people to do.
You inspire
me off
adventure.
forge clerics, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, looks off into space. Slight tear. It is rude.
Hi, I'm Marley, by the way.
Oh, charmed. The individual who's talking, Arothis, will lean forward and he'll glance back at the giant, and he will say, "I will warn you, he is a member of the clergy and will make a pitch at some point. It's sort of a required deal. It's how his services are earned."
Which deity does he represent?
Ptah. It's a loaded. It's kind of looks and nods. All hail. It's a bunch of. What's the nicest word for malarkey? I think it might be malarkey.
Malarkey, yeah.
In my humble opinion, IMHO.
Understood.
But
well,
you can judge for yourself. He makes some points that have persuaded some people.
Yeah, I'm on my own path currently. So whatever I encounter, I sort of have to consider. So I'll listen, and I'm always interested, to gain more information. We're interested in information about a dragon, and we're also interested in any information you may have on any Hesters that may be around, if you're familiar with these
Kind of
individuals.
thinks for a second and says, "Yes." Yeah, well, depending on the dragon information, we know a great deal on various dragon
Certainly.
and draconic kind, and we do have some information on Hester's, yes.
Oh, wonderful. Well, then, if you would like, we can retire. Let me assemble the rest of our company. We've really only just encountered you as we were on deck. So, Marley, would you mind? I can go find Hester and our.
Hester was in the lounge last time I saw her,
Yeah.
so.
She was not in a state to receive them.
Oh, that's right.
Player to player. I just wondering.
Do you want me to run ahead and go and tell her?
If you would like to, I can certainly begin by regaling these folk with recent events here.
I think
To
you're
sort
probably
of ante up
Yeah.
while you handle that.
You're probably better at that than me. So I'm gonna go tell Hester.
Great. Okay. And maybe, I don't know, if we have someone in the galley just to provide something for everyone. I mean, I haven't even eaten yet today. Have you?
No, I'll find Warminster or Villyana or.
The interns are all sleeping. You all may wake them if you'd like, but this is technically their
Yeah, I have
sleeping
a bit.
But okay.
Orpho could trance and do like prep work. It's light activity, so he could cut vegetables while he's trancing.
We got 2 elves, so
right.
Yes.
That helps. So great. So yeah, Storm will just pull out his lute and start improvising a story of the Neogi and all of that.
Okay.
And I'll run off to find Hester.
I imagine in part of why hasn't noticed this so far is currently being scolded. You can't just clean your feet. This is where people eat. I have prestidigitation. It's fine. See, it's fine. Still feels very unclean.
Are you going to get all your little foot powders?
What do you think dust is? It's just skin.
Oh, gross.
Oh, you made this weird.
Oh, wow, science is disgusting.
It's already, but you have a flesh man. He's certainly oozing or something. I'm cooking here. Do you mind? Fine, yes, I can take a hint. I prestidigitate. Put away my pumice stone. I have a bath kit. It's been a while since I've gotten to use it. Oh, yes, hello, Marley. Any luck on your night dragon?
We're having guests, so you might want to get not so toweled.
Oh, yeah, okay, yes, that's probably best. Bless, thank you. Prestidigitate more of...
Now I'm regretting not suggesting that you make her think that they're squid people.
But yes, I will hasten off. Everything is a much longer walk on the Dragonfly, I would note. Takes probably an embarrassingly long time to kind of... Still in the same room, actually. But... Almost there. Damn, this looks like... like formal guests?
They're from like a big library planet, so
Finally.
they'll probably
knew
be
Hester would like
people
these.
you're interested in.
All right. Well, yes. I'll be back. And brush off and put on a petticoat or something. And not formal necessarily, but deserving of guests.
But clothes, as opposed to pajamas.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So,
And then I'll ask Villyana if she can rustle up some grub for our guests.
Seriously, what is wrong with that one? Yes, of course. Yeah, I have some. I can warm up some mushroom soup, or I can make how many guests are we receiving?
1, 2, 3.
Appetizers.
4.
Is this your whiskey, by the way? Because seriously, who does this?
She went to university. I don't know. 5 guests. I'll take that whiskey for her.
Okay. 5 guests?
Yeah.
I shall make appetizers.
Ooh.
Yes. Starshine, yes.
One is 3 times the size of...
Oh, yeah.
The
One's
rest
kind of a giant also.
Starshine, I will need all of your skills. Oh no. We haven't really supplied that. I will do it. Get out of my kitchen.
Oh, but one's a kobold, so maybe that will balance it out anyway.
It won't.
They'll probably eat twice as much as the
Yeah.
giant anyway.
I have so many things to prepare.
Sowing the weeds right now.
Starshine, go get Princess Friendship. And the other elf, he is good at cutting.
He has his double-plated scimitar in the kitchen, like...
He's a food processor.
Right.
Okay, so the interns get to work preparing a feast for these guests. They are being entertained by Storm. And yeah, anything else before we lead them into the main lobby area?
Yeah.
I'll also tell Minerva because I feel like she would also be interested in talking. these people.
Seekers? Let me find my best hat.
Oh, should I tell Hester to maybe dress up more if you're putting on your best hat?
Oh, no.
Okay.
They're not... It's just... Seekers. I mean, I hope one day I can be a seeker.
Oh, well, maybe you can make like a good impression on them right now.
Oh, my business cards!
She's like,
Where's my good clipboard? My good clipboard!
Can I hurry out? Just putting.
have you ever seen owls
boot
walk?
back on?
Yes.
I just imagine Minerva just like all, like, but little owl legs,
Yeah.
bustling around.
Have you ever seen owls' legs when you like lift up all their
They're
fluff?
actually
Yeah, they actually have like
strangely
super long
long.
legs.
so weird.
Really?
They're
Yeah.
all
Yeah, but they're all like...
Oh, I've
Sucked
seen
in?
baby owls.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's very apparent when they're young.
Yeah.
That creepy picture of the two owls in the room, they're like this. They look like they're wearing bloomers.
Okay, I'm back. Oh, my whiskey. Well done. Thank you.
Yeah, there you go.
You didn't drink it?
Oh no, I would never get into Hester's knickerlickers without her permission.
Right. Forgot that was the name. Say no more.
Yes. Hey, you're welcome to some. It's just too early for some. I figure it's space. I have no fucking idea what time it is. I slept. I woke up. Here we are.
Time to drink.
Let's go talk to these librarians. What are they called?
Seeker.
The
I know
company of the Orb and Sword.
Is there anything in
Oh.
Let's Go Flow about them?
Essentially, the same kind of... Oh, well, you weren't there. Yeah, they are collectors of knowledge.
Yes.
So they go about doing surveys.
Alright.
The tone of the Let's Go Phlogiston guide is fairly optimistic and upbeat about them. Warminster and Alvar, if you've heard them talk, they are kind of like, oh, no, I appreciate the service they do. It's just a hassle.
Yeah.
They're
By the way,
census
in the
takers.
background of this scene, I do imagine there's Warminster with just a blunderbuss of just kind of like, you have to come out sometime, sir.
Like literally in the background of the scene.
Yes, that's the C story right now.
Knifey is on top of the little ball, and anytime the little window opens, he just kind of tries to be in there.
Got his knife, like trying to jimmy it open.
Yeah, just scrabble
Knife.
his little goblin claws in there. Come on.
Oh, Seekers. Yes, I've never encountered any, but sure, this should go eruditely. That should be nice.
So Arothus comes in, takes out a giant stack of paper, pulls out a quill, licks it, dips it in some ink, and says, "Yes, the name of your ship, please."
Funny story that.
Funny story, that.
No. Stop writing. No, we actually haven't had a name for it yet. Really, only got it out of Doc. So,
And you didn't name it before you flew it?
how should we know what to name it until we've seen what it does?
Terribly bad luck.
I'm sure Captain Alvar.
I was told you were academics.
An experienced pilot such as our captain, I'm sure.
We're
Gone
still
out
sailors, man.
Yeah.
Well, kind of, as Storm says that, look expectantly at the Spelljammer helm. Not coming out.
A message, Alvar. What are you calling the thing? Like the ship?
Centurion Hawk Jr.
That is terrible. Good point.
without.
I've just been calling it the Dragonfly. I thought a better name would present itself. We can lie to these nerds.
No.
Lying on official census documents is a felony. I don't know if that's true.
All right then, Storm. What do you think of the Centurion Hawk Jr.? Yeah, no, it's an obviously superior craft.
How about the charming anecdote?
I actually rather like that myself,
See?
but of course.
Right? Because it was a funny story. So
Yes. Oh, I see.
That's the
Okay, I
progression.
see. Wordplay on wordplay. Marley,
The willow dragonfly.
Scratch out funny story. Charming anecdote. No, if that is what you all
Yeah,
like,
I
except
like
for Marley.
storms. I like storms.
all right. Charming anecdote. Old. The charming anecdote.
And he collects all of your names and spheres of origin. Does everyone tell the truth?
I do.
Yeah.
It depends on what you consider the truth. I probably panic and just say, yes, I'm the Hester from Great Valley, Mirador. Depends on whether or not you consider that the truth or not.
He'll pause for a second and look back at the elf, who kind of has a quizzical look on her face, and she starts pulling out her briefcase and flipping through notes, and she says, No, we already have a Hester from Mirador.
Yes, yes. A previous generation presumed KIA, I believe. So
Oh. That's
to each
terribly sad. We'll have to update our files.
generation of rise. Have you?
If I may,
met her?
what
Yes.
information do you have on that, Hester? Just
Yes, do you have word of her?
Yeah. Let's see. Hold on. Where's my map?
Storm, what does KIA mean?
Brand of
killed in action.
Oh,
This is message. I message it back to you.
I thought for a second he was trying to think of a nice thing
I
to
was,
say.
and then I
Yeah.
figured I should just tell what it is, because it privately and best to know
stands for missing
in the
and
moment.
dead.
I think rather than tell you later. With this, because
I'll just be like, ooh.
Yeah.
They say they last saw her in fairy space.
Well, how long ago?
They say our work is slow. It was several months.
Months, though.
Months. It's
there's a tale we could
two
listen
at the
to.
most. Yes.
Well, that is. Thank you. Last we heard, Hero Space abuts quite a bit. Does it abut Fairy Space?
It does indeed.
Okay.
I thought I remembered that.
Fairy Space sucks. Yeah, Hester will be quiet for a bit.
Okay. They'll ask a couple more questions: where you acquired the ship, when you acquired the ship, other crew members, your cargo, purpose of visit or purpose of journey, and adventuring is one of the check boxes. So, they go through a fairly list, nothing crazy or out of the ordinary, but then they start asking specifics about the most recent planets you've been to, the other spheres you've been to, where you came from, and is there anything specific you don't want to tell them? Otherwise, I will assume you tell them everything. Or any way you want to spin it, or anything like that.
Jimmy Jangles enslaves goblins.
Noted.
Yes. The poor beasts.
Marley, are you telling about Shadowfell quest
Oh, for sure.
as part? So okay,
Marley
so
is
that's
probably like an oversharer. Like she's
That tracks. Yep.
That tracks so far, yes.
well, they're
she'll
gonna love
probably
you.
go into like way too much detail that they don't need to know.
All 5 of them are sitting down writing at the same time while you're talking.
The kobold's typing on some little machine in shorthand. Like,
Yep. By the time it gets to, and the Raven Queen said,
Oh yeah, we'll be here all day.
It's good though,
It's exactly what they want, I'm assuming.
right?
oh yeah, no. The more detail, the better.
I'm taking my own notes, just hearing your side of things, and it's sort of notes for my own ballad composition about our story. Just FYI, taking notes.
It's like all of the primer that Andy wrote, plus like Marley's like, and then Ariel was real cool, and then we went to Amonkhet.
So cool.
You can all see they stop writing when there's like editorializing.
I have made croquettes. I hope there is no foot dust in them.
That's a common sort of thing you say before you eat, right?
Foot dust, a kind of mushroom.
Oh yeah, sure.
Oh, okay.
The foot dust, yeah.
She's trying to be really conscious of, or aren't familiar with Drow cuisine.
Foot dust, question mark?
Food allergies, I understand.
So when we talk about the Raven Queen
Mhm.
quest, do they have anything to say? Do you talk about your dream and the dragon too?
Yeah, it'll probably be something like, and then I went and the Raven Queen saw me, and I was pretty like nervous about that because grew up a whole life with her being a revered figure and whatnot. Anyway, yeah. So then she gave me a quest to find the like blood crystal draven skull thing. So yeah, if you guys know anything about that, it's been missing for quite a long time. And I had a dream about it being guarded by a red dragon, and then I just last night had another dream where a really pure dark dragon told me to mind my own goddamn business. So yeah, if you know anything about either one of those dragons, I'd really like to know.
Okay. Well, they say, without many more details, they can't give you much more about the Red Dragon. And they say they have not run into a blood crystal raven skull. If they were back home, they could research it, but back home is like a year's journey away, essentially. Mm-hmm. However, they say that a dragon of impenetrable darkness does match the description of a draconic deity named Null, who is the draconic god of death. He is a greater dragon deity.
And where is he usually at?
Well, as a...
And that name again, Andrew, is it N-O-H?
Oh, sorry, N-U-L-L, Null.
Okay.
Like nothing.
Like nothing.
Like the null set, right?
His home plane is the outer planes, either the Outlands or Carceri,
Ooh,
also known as
Yeeps.
Tartarus, the plane of neutral evil.
Little fingers there. Okay.
I'm sorry. It's the one between neutral and chaotic evil. Because there's like 1.5 billion evil planes.
Because Hades is the
Shades.
one between neutral and
A lot
lawful
of shades of
evil,
black.
and then Gehenna is.
So it's like
thing.
chaotic neutral evil.
Yes.
Wow, that's probably the the one you don't want to
Yeah,
be around.
It's between Hades and the Abyss.
Jesus. Right, the subdivision between the Hades and the Abyss. Well, that makes sense because if this, I mean, the Raven Queen is, who they are, and this. Do you think Null is vying for some sort of like position dominance
No,
over the Raven Queen's domain?
that would be no good.
Absolutely, but I mean, it makes sense if this is a sort of fringe death deity. They get very, territorial. These gods. They like to, be the one who covers this territory. I mean, I'm used to the household gods who sort of share it out among regions, and everybody gets along. But some of these gods get a little territorial and usurping.
How does he know about me?
Because she sent you.
That's
Because you're her emissary. That's why.
Yeah, but how would he know that?
It's a god. It's a dragon god. It's a dragon death god. I mean, every layer gets more, plus ancient elder. I'm sure there's some history.
Ugh, I don't like it.
Well, right, but
We really need to talk about things that can protect me.
yeah. Well, I have some things, but I have to focus on them. But we could really look at getting the ship warded or something. Do you have any abjuration specialists on board your crew?
They will say no. Arothis says that the priest, the giant, it is a cleric of some power, but for the most part they are, and the giant pilots the ship. For the most part, they are simply scholars. They don't have any actual magical talent other than the ability to cast very basic rituals.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So there aren't any arcane wards on their ship or anything?
No, yeah, the priest is the only one who can actually cast magic.
Right. Okay. Well. Okay, Marley, I'm gonna stew on that. But in the meantime, I'm gonna put sanctuary on you right now, just to make you feel a little better. Not sanctuary. Do I have sanctuary? Protection from evil and good.
Well, thank you, Storm.
Sure. So you're gonna feel like a sort of warm hug. That's what it feels like.
Oh,
Like you're being held, comforted.
so anything about the blood crystal raven skull thingy? You guys got any information on that?
They say that they are sorry, but they do not have any information on that. They have not encountered it in their current fact-finding mission. Again, if you wish to follow them eventually back to Compendium, but they say it will take a year.
I don't know that I have a year. But thank
Do
you.
you have a teleportation circle on your ship?
On the no, not on the ship. No.
Do you have one for Compendium? At Compendium?
Oh,
they'll kind of look around, and eventually the Tabaxi will nod and say that she does believe there is one. She can try and find the records in the on the ship.
Would you be able to give me the sigil sequence?
Yeah. She leaves, and 15, 20 minutes later comes back.
Thank you.
She says she does not know how teleporting through spheres works, but that is the sigil sequence.
Beautiful. Information is appreciated. Are you from my sphere?
The Tabaxi, she says no, she is not from realm space. She is indeed from Elsier space.
Ooh. What is your land like?
She describes. Let me just. Yes. She says that they come from a moon, and it is very industrialized, very industry heavy. It's a center of civilization, but they have recently, within the last 10 years, drained many of their resources and have only just discovered the very basics of spelljamming technology so that they can explore other planetoids in their sphere and find new resources to keep going.
Makes me sad. Well, I wish your people well.
Thank you.
You're welcome aboard our ship. I would delight in hearing songs and stories of kindred peoples from across the sphere. So, if there is time, I'm here, and I would be happy to share. Oh, do you know of a death cult, a supremacy cult? Sorry, this may jump you a bit, but you are purveyors of information.
They say we know of many death cults.
That our people, Tabaxi.
Oh, yes, we were just in Hero Space, and we had a most interesting conversation with the leaders of that sphere. They acted very oddly around our Tabaxi. They seem to have had a poor interaction with a group of them recently. Perhaps that's what it was. We couldn't get much more information out of them about that. They were a cagey lot. They did not like to project that anything was going poorly about their sphere, kind of thing.
Okay. Hero space?
Hero Space, yes.
Okay. So fairy space, hero space. And null. 2, 3. Interesting. Thank you. Thank you for the sigil sequence. I really appreciate it.
Of course, I hope you find it useful.
I hope I do too. Yeah. Okay, so,
Who have you met? Met the Hester of Myrdal?
Let's see who met them. The Tabaxi's new to the crew. The elf, the kobold, and the Arothis. The man named Arothis raised his hand. He's a race called
Haraiti or a wiggle. I don't know.
I'm not calling him that.
No.
I'll probably go to the elf, who seemed to be like the most like, yeah, that's happened. She was well. She was healthy when you saw her.
Yes. Perhaps a little dead on her feet, as they say, but simply tired. Overworked, perhaps.
And I have been in space for more than 2 months, right? Like
Yes.
I've been out here.
Mm-hmm.
Did she take your survey?
She did.
Is there a record of it?
Yeah. Yes.
Could I see it?
Oh, of course. Kind of almost a little excited that someone wants to read our survey.
Get over yourselves.
Yeah, and yeah, they go fetch and hand you a giant stack of paper.
Oh my! Does the first page say Hester of Miradok?
Yes.
All of this, then.
Well, some of it is information about fairy space.
Is there a ship name specifically that seemed to be leading up front with ship names?
Let's see. She is on a ship called the Winter's Tooth.
Winter's what now?
Tooth.
Like, is there a list of other crew or any other notable? You don't have to list the entire crew per se, but just like
No, but there are other crew members. She is on a ship with something called a zilchill or something. It's a lizard. It's an insect person. Several variety of elves, a gnome, a dwarf, and a human.
Gnomes, mother. Excellent. Did they state another destination? This is too many notes, some would say.
They said that they were going to perhaps investigate dark space, and then after that, there are some uncharted spheres that need charting. Whether or not Hester would be with that was the crew's intended purpose.
Yes. Okay. You have no scrolls aboard your vessel? No magic to trade?
No, sorry.
All is well, thank you. Litha, I believe it was?
Yes.
Thank you. What oddity to have two Hesters at the same time from the same place. Okay. I have to go get the bottle now, so you understand.
Hope you declared it.
It was duty free.
I like to imagine Hester pulls a bottle from just
Her knickers. It's her knickers.
Do they clink around when she walks?
I mean, when they're full. But no, I mean, like...
When they're empty, they're not down there, right?
No, yeah, when it's just kind of like, oh, this lecture's going to take forever, going to need some nickel lickers, you just kind of have a pouch sewn in.
But it doesn't affect your stealth.
Don't give the DM ideas. No, yes, thank you for this.
She says if you want to investigate further, you may keep that. We have it in triplicate.
Oh, bless a bureaucracy. Thank you. Yes, I would. The whole stack. You saw this one interview, like kind of going through. Does it seem consistent?
It's not all one interview. It's pretty much their
Winter's
records from fairy space.
I see. Just the winter's tooth then should do it.
Yeah.
Thank
Well,
you.
okay. She says that other people may mention their travels later. She does not remember. So
I'll take the stack. Thank you.
you can certainly throw it away as soon as they leave. But
I'll recycle.
they'll feel better. Well, there we go. Compost it. I don't know.
Yes.
Throw it into the wild space. Let go. Be free. This is how you get living paper.
Can someone on the crew move a large stack of paper? You there, excitable white hair, your friend, can he? I don't think I'm going to like her. Princess Friendship help with the...
Excitable white hair.
Is there another name for her?
Yes. Her name.
I don't...
I think her name is Villain? No, that's
Villyana. Shadespire.
Bad guy, Darkspire.
Darkspire.
Yes,
I thought it was
bad guy,
Shadespire.
Dark Spike was my father's name.
What was Villyana Drow for? I can't. Store brand or something. It was me.
Yes. No, what was that? In a text thread or something? I'll find it.
From some time ago.
But yes, Princess Friendship will help with the stack of papers, and Hester will come back and brood a bit more and just kind of gaze into the middle distance while people talk about dragons and nonsense. But I will interject at some point. I can learn the spell necessary to keep you from scrying, to put it more practically. But yes, dream invasion, etc. But I don't have it now. We would have to find some place to buy it or learn it.
I mean, I'm thinking about, I don't know, rejiggering my spells a little bit. So that may prove advantageous.
The Arothis will say that Hero Space is an excellent place to do that. There are many wizards and powerful magic users in Hero Space.
Well, that is on our list.
Yeah, it is a good place to resupply. They are particular and expensive, but it is an excellent place to resupply.
We just made some gold. I don't know if we'll have quite the clink to do all that. Is there work in Hero Space in your experience? Or are they flush with people who do work?
They are flush with people who do work. However, it's... I'm trying to think how she would phrase it. It's essentially... Or he would phrase it. It's essentially a retirement condo for heroes. So they have very specific rules and like bylaws to live and stay there, which means that people who live and stay there can't break those rules, but often they get around it by hiring people who don't want to live and stay there to break
no rock and roll
rules.
after 6 o'clock.
Yes, it is like the worst apartment building you've ever lived in.
Okay, but I understand.
But prestigious.
If they need people to move between the lines of order. So
Right.
interlopers may not run amiss.
Or the guys who turn the lights on Sabbath day, right?
Yes.
Who get hired in.
Some dangerous gadabouts.
Right, and
The return of...
there may be people there who do work, but none of them are the crew of the charming anecdote except us.
Yeah, the return of Bellatrix deranged.
Deranged.
Yeah, that was in the song that I sang them while you guys were getting ready.
And this is the deranged one. Well, thank you. You've all been very helpful. Is that all? That be all? Is there more? There's a form to fill out. Okay.
There's a form to fill out, and you all have to receive the pitch from the priest of Patasta.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Am I right to say that only 1s and 5s matter here? The middle is big nothing.
Middle it's a waste of everyone's time.
May as well just call it a 1 or a 2 then, shouldn't we? But okay. Okay.
We didn't design the system. 8 through 10 counts. 7, 6 and 7 is throwing away your vote, and 1 through 5 is nothing.
Okay, yes. Very likely. Very satisfying. Extremely likely.
Does anyone else have any questions for them before we get to the religious pamphlet?
Extremely helpful.
Did they have any leads on tracking this group of dodgy Tabaxi?
They say that they believe that they were last in hero space because of the way some of the hero space people reacted to Daydream at Night. They don't have any follow-up. It was something that they flagged as, when you can find out, we need to follow up on this. So if you know anything that you would like to share with them, they will compile that information. But they say that they find it most alarming that Tabaxi are, they don't have the reputation of orcs or, goblins or whatever the hell just fell. They don't have that reputation about them, which of course reputations are often exaggerations and such. So they think it's odd, and they would suggest you check out Hero Space for a lead on them.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you. We were headed that way.
Marley doesn't have any more questions for them, but she will kind of try and whisper to Storm, like, "Hey, do you have another one of those hug spells? I think Hester might need it right now."
Well, I can't do them both at the same time, but
You
can only concentrate on this for you, and it's only 10 minutes at a time. But I can give her one now. Yeah.
I think she might need it more than me.
Okay, that's good of you. I put my forehead on yours, and then I go to Hester and just sort of brush aside her a little bit, and just say, "Are you well?"
No, very complicated question, very complicated answer. Why don't we see off our guests and we can discuss it more, I suppose. But no, I've just been hit with a ton of bricks, as they say. So, there's certainly new information, hopeful information. I suppose I'm quite pleased, more than dismayed, but a little bit of both. Thank you, Storm.
So yeah, I do cast protection from evil and good on you, and it feels like a hug.
What did you do?
Just looking out for you. Don't worry about it.
Why am I warm?
You're not over warm. You're comforted.
It's a heat metal. I don't think I'm
It's
wearing
not
any
like
metal.
a hot, clammy arm on you or something.
Okay. This is very sudden. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, well, unfortunately, the captain cannot meet with you, so this is going to have to be the run, I believe, of our time together. Thank you, Seekers. We'll slide him a pamphlet. We'll send it to you. I can send it to you. So, this has been lovely. Try the canapes and and well, just we were headed out.
Thank you so much for all of your information.
Before they leave,
Mhm.
I'm gonna take Daydream at Night, and I'm going to find a spot in the ship, and I'm going to cast Teleportation Circle. This is the first day I'm doing it, to try and cast a permanent one on our ship.
Excellent. Okay.
So I'm giving Daydream at Night our sigil sequence for this circle.
Okay.
To put in their information about us, and fate's willing, this will become a permanent circle, but in the meantime, that's a way to get to us.
Okay.
If it's up. So just as a way, information exchange and a way of saying thank you.
Yes, she notes it in your file and notes the potential complications of using it, but says should be permanent in 365 days from spellgeber date.
Right.
1534, 1594. Don't write that down. That's not canon.
Oh, you said.
So, as everyone else starts to pack up their gear, the giant stands up a little bit, as much he can here, and the main guy, whose name I keep forgetting.
Erebus? Or Ptah?
No, it's the guy who's been doing most of the talking.
Arathis.
Aruthis kind of rolls his eyes, but Erebus is the giant, and he says, "Friends, I can see that none of you are religiously inclined." Although Harafin has now entered the room and is glaring at him.
I'm taken. Sorry.
Oh, well, perhaps I meant religiously empowered. But you would of course know that many deities fail to penetrate, and their powers fail to penetrate many spheres. You can call for their aid, and they are simply lacking. Not so with Ptah, creator of the universe, god of space travel. He says,
when he says Ptah, does like a bit of like moisture shoot out of his mouth?
A little bit, but it's a lot because he's a giant.
Right. It's like deck save. Okay.
But folks from the Forgotten Realms, you can make religion checks.
Okay.
No, thank you.
Yeah, this is nonsense to you.
No, it's all just
13.
13? Okay. It's going to be a little bit of a hard check. But...
Somewhat familiar with the notion of Ptah.
What was the check we're making again?
Religion. Yeah.
Oh, gosh. That's a 5.
Okay. Yeah. Storm, you're pretty sure he's a fairly minor god from the East.
Right.
That's certainly not the creator of the universe.
That sounds a stretch.
But yeah, he says...
There are many who say that.
Yeah, well, and Ptah goes by many different names. You may know him as Io, or Ao, or
Eo.
Bahamut, or Eo.
Sometimes Yo.
Bahamut, Rael, Evangeline. Many are also known as Ptah, and he grants his power to all those who worship him, no matter the sphere. Never be inconvenienced again, my friends. Worship the one true God, Ptah. I will take questions. Thank you.
Can he help protect me against the death god dragon thing?
Yes.
Message cantrip. Of course he's going to say that.
Yes, what else was he going to say?
Yeah, kind of.
Don't change horses midstream. You're the emissary.
Yeah.
Don't
I've
forget.
got
Sweetest bean.
too many gods in my life already. Thank you, though.
Too many? The dragon god and the shade. Yeah, they're both dark too.
Yeah.
Well, I've already
So
been.
We're like passing notes with a message cantrip while he's doing his speech, basically talking shit, kind of.
The greatest of all gods, Ptah, creator of the universe. And we started over.
Yes.
Damn it.
God,
Is he a Warfor? Is he a loop?
I've actually been full immersion baptized in a stream to Bahamut, probably. So this is fine. This is all good. So I'm probably good. I'm gonna go. I have to go. Can anyone cast sleep? Anyone have sleep?
For him? No.
No. With this hit dice, no.
The other people are like, okay, they've got it. Help the other people. And he says, thank you. I hope you will consider Ptah for all your god needs. And he starts helping everyone get up. Arothis kind of approaches you and says, thank you so much for filling out the survey. Sorry about him. Yeah, created the universe. Or they invented space travel and they've just been everywhere, so he's worshipped everywhere. It's a crock. He is a god, but it's a crock.
Okay.
Oh, before y'all leave,
Yes.
I would like to introduce you to our space owl Minerva.
Minerva has been in the room just, like, nervously standing there the whole time. Oh, yes, thank you! Too loud.
She's really great with information and stuff,
Oh.
and she was really excited to meet you all.
Charmed. A space owl. Excellent. They make such good navigators.
Yeah, she's really great at that.
It is a pleasure, Minerva. Thank you. My card. A sea of business cards. Oh no.
Just prestidigitate one like to his hand as if it was on purpose. What a wonderful trick.
One I won't soon forget. Thank you very much, Minerva.
There's a lad. Where are you off to next?
They say. Well, we've only just arrived in Mana Space. It will probably take us several. It's a large sphere. What are there? 7 planets in here. It will take us some time.
Anyone.
Oh. Well, perhaps it will not take us that long then.
Well, certainly good travels to you.
And to you.
The platinum shield protect you.
And also with you.
Yeah, I don't know. Tell the giant I said so.
I feel like you're rubbing it in.
I'm trying to be diplomatic. I'm just in hurry. We might have to cast sleep on a gnome. So just a little.
He's been breaking. I mean, we're not flying right now, so isn't he on a break technically?
With any luck, he's fallen asleep by himself. But
Right, he's like in the helmet asleep.
yeah,
Can't
we
stop,
need
won't
to-
stop. I found Chimkin's cocaine.
Oh, man. Damn you, Jimkin. You are the true villain of the piece.
That's right. He could come back.
But they bid you farewell and get off the ship. Harafin has been glaring at that giant the whole time. Just not the true god of anything.
Yeah, wow. Takes some hubris to just claim to be the creator of
Unlike the Raven Queen, the actual creator of everything.
Thank you. No, it's not a Robin scene unless she blows her own mind.
Wow. Wow. Anything else before we wrap up this episode? That flew by.
Yes, clang, clang, clang went the Hester's fist on the little...
I'm awake.
Yes. No, get out. Go sleep. I'm driving.
Look at me. Look at me.
Okay, this isn't fair. Yes?
I'm the captain. Now.
No, okay, you've been the captain. Get out.
Now.
We have to... Nope, we have to fly. And you are going to... You're out of spell slots. You must be soon out of spell slots. At the very least, go take a long nap, a bath.
Get mine back on short rests. I mean, definitely long rests.
Nope. Absolutely not. Little micro naps are not doing it.
Every 15 minutes, I just rest in my eyes.
Yes, and then you start hallucinating. After 5 days, I think you just die. I don't have the material in front of me, but I think you die. Just trust us, Alvar. We got you out of this. We're essentially getting you this ship. No one wants to take the ship from you.
No, it's not that. It's I need to be useful.
Of course, you're useful, but you're going to soon be not useful if you don't just go sleep. In 8 to 12 hours, you can come and relieve me. Go have some mushroom goddamn soup. Go sleep. We have to make some speed and
counteroffer 6 hours.
Absolutely.
Okay.
6 it is, dealio.
Yeah. The kind of spins open and just immediately hit with funk. Just
prestidigitation all over the place.
Just liberal Febreze.
Yeah.
Burn that vest.
He took his shoes off.
Oh.
I'm sorry, his knee-high boots.
Yes, worse. They haven't invented socks on Kryn. Okay. Warminster, could you please see to sit on him for 12 hours at the very least? Good job.
Knifey, your services are required.
Have something besides cleaning for you to do.
And yes, I plan on going through there and burning a 5th spell slot immediately to hard burn to the end of the sphere. We're up against it, so I don't mean to put off Storm or Marley if they have any follow-up questions, but it can either wait until next episode or we can get into it straight away. I'm okay cutting to black there because I am urgent.
Yeah, that works for me.
Okay.
Yeah, we can pick up the heavy Hester discussion next time.
Yeah.
Very good.
Okay.
Then I'll put on Cerebro. Yeah. Slide open the thing. I'm never coming out. Slide back.
I knew it.
What's the song and the soundtrack that's playing as we book out?
No, the immigrant song is overdone, isn't it? Man, does anyone know Poison by Prodigy? I know it became very famous much later for that other terrible song, but Prodigy's early work was actually quite good.
Some Prodigy C-cut. Blares.
Okay. Their Law, where they teamed up with Popoline itself. Great Euro trash techno guts. Marty, everyone got it. Good job.
I was just imagining Separate Ways by Journey. She got it.
There we are. There's a more notable cut. Landslide by Fleetwood Mac.
There we go.
Totally different vibe.
But I do like to imagine as soon as Hester put the thing on you, like you can hear the radio station changing. I'm like, what's this, Prodigy? No. Like, oh, Fleetwood Mac, here we are.
Pieces of You by Jewel, of course. This was my jam. Yeah.
Outros and plugs. Timothy.
Hi, I'm Timothy. Thanks for watching us play, if you are watching us play. And thank you for not watching us play, if you're not watching us play. Thank you for you. I would like to plug the amazing talent, memory of Mr. Terry Jones, late of this earth, member of Monty Python, amazing performer, writer, director, funny dear man, who died Tuesday at 77. So, Terry Jones.
Mm-hmm.
Cece.
Hi, I'm Cece, aka Soup, aka Soupka on Twitter and Instagram. Follow me if you love artwork. I post it there sometimes. I do overlays, I do character art, I do emojis, and you can find them all there.
Awesome. Marty.
Yes. I don't know that I have a plug, and my backup plan was paying homage to Terry Jones because, of course, he was lovely and lost a lot of his facilities in the last couple of years here, and that's a living nightmare and my personal one. But Michael Palin visited him quite often, and I do understand that. I think my favorite Michael Palin tweet on the subject was that when they got together and watched old footage of themselves, Terry often laughed the loudest at himself. And I find that to be an entirely charming anecdote about the man. But also, yes, I am certain I say this about every one of our streams, but this is my favorite, and I love all of them. So, no, a lot of fun playing Pretend. Great to be back. A lot of shit just happened, and I am very mad at Andrew, and we will talk about it soon.
I'm gonna get some napkins thrown at me.
At least a handful, individually.
It's usually one for every grievance. Is usually what.
Yes. Yes.
I'm Andy Hatton at Andy Hatton at LaughINNDragon on Twitter and Instagram. Follow that for updates for the show. What's it? It's Wednesday. Next week is Call of Cthulhu Twilight Trails on Monday. We'll see what happens. It's going fine.
We're gonna die, y'all.
Yo,
and then Wednesday will be a repeat of Task Force Unlikely, their first episode back of the year. That was also a great episode where lots happens. So if you didn't catch that one, watch it then. It's also on YouTube. But yeah, other than that, have a great night. Play D&D, play games, have friends, or be with your friends. Love all of this.
Have friends first.
Have friends.
Then be with them.
And be with them. Have a great night, everybody.